Alright, gang. Welcome back to our 200 horsepower challenge on CalmLands. You join me still in October. We've got to re-drill all 3 of the fields we harvested in the last episode. I did go ahead off camera and touch up that little tiny section over there that was missed. If you recall, there was a little section there that the worker did not hit, and I think it's because our front loader there was in the way. The Volvo was in the way. It's not a whole lot of extra, but it is some, so we put it in there. Now today we've got a lot of things to do. Actually, we've got to drill all those fields, and we have a lot of just housekeeping work, as we're going to call it, to do. We've got to get all that wool over into the productions. We probably need to look at water and liquid fertilizer for all of our other productions as well. There's a lot of things we've got to take a look at today and get done. And we've got so many pieces of equipment now. We got to go sell this too. We haven't sold that yet. We got to pick up all the straw off the ground. There's a lot of things to do today. I think I said in the last episode I was going to do all of the straw picking up off camera, but I did not do it, clearly. I got busy and didn't do it. Uh-oh. I don't think we're going to be able to go through here. Uh-oh. And I got rid of the header trailers. Oh boy. I thought this was going to be just perfect to get through there. We cannot, there's no way I can get that through there. Even if I can get it partially in there, we're going to get stuck again. There's no way. Okay, well, that's a bit of a change of plans again there, I suppose. I was hoping to, oof. That's going to be rough. I don't think there's any other way to get across with a bigger bridge. Isn't this the same size bridge over here? Actually, we can probably figure that out just by doing a quick flyby. I'm pretty sure it's the same size bridge all the way over here, though. That is the exact same bridge. Okay, well, we're going to either have to get a header again, or we keep this one up here. But I really wanted this header for down there, because it's a wider header. I wanted it for the flat land. So I'm thinking we need to get a header trailer again. Well, that sucks. That's disappointing. Well, I guess we got to do that today then too. So we got to take that up there as well and do that. So we'll leave that there for now. Let's get into yeah, we'll use the Landini. That's fine. We can at least get something started as far as drilling goes, right? Now to use this one, I'm going to have to cultivate that field up. So I think, even though it may not really be the best in this situation, I think we're not going to use this one for this time. I think we'll use our direct drill that we haven't used in a while. Really should upgrade that too. I know we talked about it recently. Crestu made a comment as well about, you know, we're able to use other things, but I think some of these would work, but, you know, this, well, you can't see it now. Hold on a second. That field over there to the right up there, like that one is going to be difficult, I think, to utilize that kind of a drill because of the hill on it. We already have issues as it is with our standard equipment, so that I don't know. I just drilled that. Just drill that too. I'm just driving into everything today. Man, it's been a rough day already. Woof. Where am I going? First of all, I'm not even going to the right spot. Man, it's been a day. Bear with me, gang. I had a rough day at work. I worked a 14-and-a-half-hour shift today. It was a rough day, so bear with me. I apologize. I'll get it together here, I promise. All right, we got everything we need now. Let's just destroy some more of these boxes. Why not? All right, what do we want to put in here? That's the question. What are we going to put in here? Oh, let's put soybeans in. Yeah, let's do soybeans. How's everybody doing today? Hopefully you're doing well. Like I said, I had a very long shift today at work, so I'm not doing as good as I possibly could on normal days, but I'm still going to try to be as exciting and upbeat as I can be for you. But I got to get this done, because I'm leaving for Vegas in a day, actually. I'm recording this ahead of time, obviously. I've talked about Vegas a lot lately, but I had to get all that stuff recorded while I'm gone. I can't, obviously, do a recording in Vegas. Well, I guess I could, but I have to bring my whole setup, and that would be a lot. Would not be able to get that on the airplane pretty easily. Well, I could, I guess, but I would need a lot of suitcases to do all this. So we'll go around the headland here quick, and then we will put this on a worker. I'll let the worker just do this entire field. You've seen this enough. Oh, there's some more missed pieces down here. Oh, well, I'm not going to worry about it. It's not that big of a deal. So yeah, we'll go around the headland here like we do, and then put it on a worker, and then we can start picking up the rest of that straw. We'll make some good money off the straw, though. We will, because we can put that directly into the BGA, the methane plant. This change, I mean, I think I mentioned it already, but I'm going to mention it again. It really has reinvigorated me for this series. Not that I was ever uninvigorated. Is that even the right way to say that? I don't know. Not that I was unenthusiastic about the series. I always was, but it was draining on me a little bit, having to, spend 3.5 hours to do one video. It's a lot. It was a lot. So this is definitely better for me. And I'm happy that you all seem to be interested enough in it to want me to keep going. That's the most important thing. If you're getting bored with it, then obviously I won't continue to do it. But I think the time this comes out, I think it's going to be the last day that you could be entered in to win the tractor I'm giving away. So if you haven't watched that for whatever reason, which I would suspect at this point, if you're watching this episode, you probably already have. But if for whatever reason you have yet to do so, definitely go check that video out. It's on the main channel, or the main page of the channel. Just go check that out. Completely free to enter. You just have to be subscribed to the channel and make a comment on the actual video itself, and you're entered in to win. It's that simple. It's that simple. Now, special thank you to all of our channel members. They do get a few extra bonus entries, depending on what level they are. Just wanted to make sure I'm clear on that. I was clear in the video, but just, in case you haven't watched it and you're just now hearing about it, just making it clear for you as well. They are going to get a few bonus entries, and if you become a member, then you will get bonus entries as well. But certainly not asking for that. That's just a thank you from me to them, because they're spending their hard-earned money on me. All right, so we'll get down here to the end, and I will flip this onto a worker. And we'll probably put in a bit of a time-lapse here. I know it's early on in the video, but we'll probably throw a time-lapse in just so we can get the straw stuff done. We did a lot of straw in the last episode. I probably shouldn't even do any of it on this episode, because I've talked many times on most of my series that I don't like doing the same thing twice in a row. I think that's a little bit too repetitive. Having said that, it is Farming Simulator. Everything's repetitive, but I think you get what I mean. But we need to get that done, and I did not do it, obviously, for obvious reasons. I was busy. so let's get this field done. It's going to have to be refilled up with seed and fertilizer for sure, but we'll get it done, and we'll get all of that field cleaned up, and then that way we can start drilling that field here soon. All right, gang, so we've run into a problem. We have maxed out the straw intake in the BGA, the biogas plant. They cannot accept any more straw. So the options we have here truly are to store it in our silo, which we probably will do, or sell it outright. I think we're just going to store it directly into the silo. Now, that was a decent time lapse. It wasn't super long, but it's a decent sized time lapse. Enough, I think, where I'll do the rest of the straw pickup off camera. Let's go put some of this into the cow enclosure. I don't think they're going to accept a whole lot more because we already did this once in the same month. So it really shouldn't be that much gone at this point, but yeah, they took pretty much none. So, could use a little bit of straw, I think, in there. Let's put some of that in there. Okay, accepted a ton of straw in there, actually. Actually, I want to look at that again. What else does it need? It needs hay. Well, good thing we've got hay in there, so we're good there. Let's go drop this off really quick. We'll pick some hay up and put some in there. That way we have, you know, that maxed out as well. Can't hurt. But we've got all that straw up there, so I think we're just going to have to drop it into the silo for now. There's not really a whole lot else for it besides that. Definitely big time frame rate dropping still in our main yard here. Oh boy, we're climbing it. That was not on purpose. Oh boy. It took a little bit more. That's not bad. I still think we're going to have enough up there for another full load, so we are going to have to unload this. I was hoping to not have to unload it, but I think we're going to have to. Sorry about the frame rate dropping there, gang. I think a number of you have mentioned that it's just the actual map itself, but I don't know. It could be a console limitation, potentially. I don't know. I keep drilling that. Drilling that. Alright, I'm going to go get the rest of the straw up. I'll be back with you when it's done, and then we can start drilling these fields. Well, the other fields up there on the hill, I should say. Alright, we're picking up some hay. We're going to put it there into our little TMR maker. I'm not going to pick up a ton, but we're going to pick up probably 10 to 12,000 liters. There you go. We'll go with that. Hopefully that's enough, and hopefully it all can be unloaded in there. If not, well... Guess we'll leave this over here for now. So a couple things I want to talk about here as we carry on. Yeah, fit in there perfectly. Good. So recently, this is I think the second video, I think, that would have come out with it. I put a new intro in, and there's a new outro with the channel members as well. So let me know what you think about it down below. I admittedly took inspiration from that intro from Crust2. Now, I will admit that that video that I'm utilizing is not a video I created. It's just a generic free video you can use, so anybody could utilize it. Pretty much anybody could make that same intro if they wanted to, but I still thought it was kind of cool. I think it's different, you know, got a little train in it, and a little countryside with some mountains in the background. Thought it was a cool update to our intro here. Now, I don't know what he's doing. Why did he skip that whole section? Very weird. We'll have to come back and touch that up. That's super weird. I think what I'm going to try to do, I was talking with Crust2, and I mentioned it already about, you know, you're able to utilize other equipment. I think we're going to get rid of this one. So that drill itself should be able to do that field no problem at all. And that's really the only field, at least right now, the only big field we have right now that's on a super insane hill. Those hills are big, don't get me wrong, but they're nothing like that or the grass field. That is a very, very steep hill. So I think what we're going to do is we're going to attempt getting rid of this and getting a direct drill that is more, it requires more horsepower than we currently have, and we're going to try it. If it doesn't work, it doesn't work, but we're going to try it. Oh, there we go. We can get a New Holland in here. 175 horsepower is all it is, though. It's not that good. So I don't think that is what I want, unfortunately, even though that is nice. Auger wagon, we don't need that either. Just figured I'd look at the sale market while we were there. Now, as far as a direct drill goes, it's a smaller width, but we could get this one. We utilize, is it this one? I think we're using this one. I think it's this one, actually, in our Broke to Billionaire challenge. So, not that we can't do it, or maybe it was this one. I don't know. Well, anyway, we're utilizing one of these, and one of these three. I just forget which one it is. Not that we couldn't use it, but I kind of want to try something different. I was thinking 300 horsepower is a lot, so maybe not that one. I think that's really the only choice we have here, though, isn't it? I mean, we could try it. 300 horsepower, though, is a significant amount more than we're going to have. 6 meters is pretty much what we already have. So, I mean, 240 here for 8 meters versus the 6. I mean, we have this one, which is 12, but that does require that we do a plow beforehand. And now that we have that new big sprayer, I kind of want to make sure we're using direct drill from now on, because that sprayer is awesome. So, I mean, do we try it? I mean, we might as well add the extra fertilizer on there, right? Why wouldn't you? What is the design? What are we doing here? What are we doing here for the design? Well, I don't know. I mean, we really don't need the money, so let's just do the other design. Why not? 201,000. Let's try it. If it doesn't work, it doesn't work. If it doesn't work, it doesn't work. We have to come back and get another one, right? Let's go take this back up there. We've got a lot of stuff to take up there. Maybe I'll just do a big trip here of taking everything up there while the worker continues doing an awful job of drilling. Is he saying he's done? Oh, he's out. He's out. Okay. Well, hold on a second. Let me fill this guy up really quick. Get him going again. And then I'll take everything back up to the shop. Everything. All the stuff that we have sitting there waiting to go up to the shop. I'll take it all up there. And we'll get everything sorted out and come back and figure it out from there. Alright, we're almost back up here. I've got everything else up here already. Made a little bit of money off of some cells that we had that's out of they're on talk straightsy that are on auto sale. I expect to get a lot more here when it hits 14. I expect to get a lot more. There's our new drill right there. Already got this one up here. Where's the marker at? Where's the trigger at? There it is. Alright, we want to repair this. I should have repaired it back at the farm, but I didn't do it. There, when our money went up, just there. Went up more than what we had, for sure. So sell that. Repair, repaint, sell that. Alright. Good. Good, good, good. Now, I'm going to go ahead and attach this to here, and we'll take it back and see how it does. Which C? Hold on a second. Our tractors, 188, 190, 200. So really, probably the Massey Ferguson is the best bet here. We have some money here to play with. I'm considering getting another tractor. I know that's crazy because we've got a lot of tractors now, but I'm considering it. I still don't think I found anything, downloaded anything at least, that's 200 horsepower or less in the big tractors. There's not. So, nothing there. So, it has to be in here. Now, we know we can get there with the Massey Ferguson's 200 horsepower. If there's anything else we can get there with, besides that we can get exactly 200 horsepower out of, I think having two exact 200 horsepower tractors for this specific item here would be ideal. I just don't know if we can get there. It doesn't look like we can. Looks like everything else is not going to be that. They're going to be, just short of it or whatever. So, considering that, I think we just let it be. I'm just going to double check one more time, make sure I didn't miss nothing. That's what we currently have, and you can't upgrade it to 200, can you? Nope, 210. 210. It's like we should have made the 210 horsepower challenge. It would give us so many more options. Okay, well, I mean, that is what it is. I mean, that's it. That's what we have to use. So we can try this one, though. I mean, it's only 10 horsepower less than what we currently have. But we do need one other thing we have yet to buy. We need the combination for this header, which is this guy. I'm just going to go with the standard stuff here. I don't really need to care anything special. It's just to help us get it back across the bridge, because we're going to bring the other one over to the other side of the bridge. I'm probably going to put in a bit of a tiny little shed area and house one of the harvesters on the other side of the bridge on purpose. I talked about that probably 15 episodes ago, maybe longer. I don't know. That eventually, if we broke out and continued to build up the hill, that we would put something on this side. And now that we're going to carry the series on for a significant period of time longer, we're going to do that. So it's in the cards. It just may not be today, but it's in the cards. All right, we're pulling back up here. I reset the worker on his path there. Looks like he got most of it done except for that little tiny section there. So we will have to deal with that as well. Just going to plow right through these guys. Okay, evidently I don't have to open anything. I thought I opened up a cover to do this, but evidently not. So it's just accepting it, no problem. Some of them, it's weird. Some of them, they force you to open up the cover for you to load it, and then other ones, it doesn't really matter. They don't care. Fill this guy up. We're going to take it back across the bridge. We're just going to see how it goes. If it's really bad, then, it is what it is. We'll put the Massey Ferguson on it and have to make do with that. Maybe we buy a second Massey Ferguson. Initially, I said we'd get a whole fleet of those Massey Fergusons, but then I decided to go against that. Always trying to change my mind. Always trying to, find the best thing for it. Let's see if I can fill this up over here. I don't know what's still in here, if there's anything at all. There might not be. There is. We have it as selling. Let's store a little bit for now, since now we're going to be utilizing this again. Well, I say again. Well, maybe it's not going to let me fill it up here. Okay. It's almost like this is going to force me to open up the cover. I've got the cover open. It's not opening anything. Weird. Just a very, very, very weird, awkward spot there. I think it's just because the machine's so big, it's having a hard time to find the trigger there. We got it sorted out, I guess. Didn't have to open up anything. Even though it says open up cover, I didn't see any cover open at all. Oh well. Let's go, let's evidently lost fertilizer somehow. Okay, that was weird. Maybe it never got to 100%. Maybe I thought it did and it just didn't. Anyway, Let's get back over here. Let's try this out. Let's see how this goes. Perhaps we just go at a very slow pace. What do we want? What do we want to put in here? That's the next question. I think soybeans. But we put soybeans in the big one, so we'd have a lot of soybeans if we did this. Let me look. Let me just peek at it, everything here. We got canola. We don't have any kind of wheat or anything like that. We kind of need that, don't we? I mean, we need that for the chickens. Well, we've got some in there, so I guess if we don't sell all the wheat, then we're fine. So maybe we don't need it then. We'll do soybeans. Screw it, we'll do soybeans. Alright, let's see how this goes. Let's see how slow we're going here. Pretty slow. Might almost be worth, you know, we utilize the same drill all the time, which is the reason why I'm saying we're trying to do different drills here. But if we take that same, you know, $9,000 Case or John Deere drill that we always use, that everybody always uses, and we connect a couple of them together, maybe that's the route we go. It is a little bit of annoying whenever you want to turn around, but you could always put it on a worker. This is pretty daggone slow. This probably isn't even any faster. This is probably not faster at all, as a matter of fact. Now, if I undo this and we go get the Massey Ferguson, will it go any faster? I doubt it. It's only 10 horsepower difference, so I doubt it. But it's worth a shot. So let's go put this back. Let's go get the Massey Ferguson. Let's hook it up, and let's see if it goes any faster than 4 miles per hour. I think on the turnaround coming back up that hill, it's not going to be able to do it. All right, pulling back up here. Let's take a look. Let's see if this does any difference at all. If it's still 4 miles per hour. What's your guys' guess? Let me know down below what you think. Still 4. Perhaps that's the speed of it. I wouldn't think so, but perhaps. No, it says 9 miles per hour. So yeah, it's not going any faster, so... I mean, it kind of feels faster, though, but I don't think it is. So... I don't know. I don't think this is going to end up working in the long run. Maybe we keep it for down here in the flat land, and maybe we just utilize it in the flat area. And then we can utilize the case up here. Maybe that's the way we go, right? We just continue to use this case 5100 up here. Because these aren't, at least at current, these are not that big of fields. Maybe eventually, if we buy more land up here, they might end up being, but right now they're not. Guess I have to think about it for a minute. Let's get to the end here. I'll get turned around and we'll start trying to go up the hill, and we'll see how absolutely miserable that is, and we'll make our decision, I guess. Alright, here we go. Moment of truth. We're starting to go up the hill. It's a little flat here. Once we get a little bit further, it's going to be more severe. It's the moment of truth. I do like this drill, though. It's a really... I've never used it, which is surprising, since I've had this DLC for a while, but I've never used it. So far, it's still 4. So, again, not perfect, but this is certainly something we could always throw a worker on. Because I think if you have this on as a worker, it's actually going to go a little bit faster, because the workers take so long to turn around. This is a wider width, so I think it would go faster. It seems like I can do it, so maybe we hold on to it. But again, maybe we just attempt to try it down there in the flatland, and the next time we use this drill, and see if it goes any faster. If it still goes 4, then I don't think it makes a difference. I think it's just that's the best that the actual tractor can do, given the weight of it, right? That's kind of the path we're going to have to go here. Is it's just testing it out in a few places, and then making our decision from there. But this, it works. We can do it. Just not the fastest process, but we can do it. I love the back. I love our yard, man. I love how our whole farm has come together. I really like it a lot. Really do. Well, there's more work to be done. So let's get up here to the end. I'll head down that way, and we can put this on a worker and see how this goes. Actually, you know what? I'm just going to put it on a worker now. I know he's going to go over there. They always will. But that's fine. We can do both those fields the same. We've been doing that lately anyway, so might as well just do it both at the same time. So, let's get into this. We can touch this up over here. 2 passes, basically. Looks like we've got 2 pallets of fabric there we can move over. We're going to make a lot of money when it comes time to sell the clothes. The clothes, I think, are in December, January, like normal, like you would expect. Everything else, when it's best to sell everything, pretty much. So we should get some good money out of that. Oh, no, I'm sorry, it's April. Why do I keep thinking it's January, February? It's April. Okay, never mind. Ignore me. I think I bring that up almost every single episode. Oof. Come on, Z, get it together, brother. So we began working a little bit in the last episode on trying to spruce up the yard a little bit more. We put down some asphalt. We're going to continue to do that. We're going to put more asphalt down in other places just to make it look a little bit better, but we're not going to do it in all places. We want it to look, you know, realistic like a farm, and most farm is going to have dirt and gravel for the most part, right? Except for your big, massive areas, and I would suspect that even some of the areas we put down asphalt probably wouldn't have that, but we're doing it anyway. We're doing our own thing. We're making our own yard. That's what we're doing. That's what I want to do. That's what we're doing. It's a dictatorship. No, I'm kidding. But seriously. Okay, let's get down here. I'm just going to touch this little section up right here that I'm seeing. It's kind of bothering me. And then we will put this away. And now we've got to get into our case there and get the herbicide going on all these fields. It's nice that we got rid of a lot of the stuff that was just hanging out here. It had to be filled in, all the different equipment and everything, so we were able to get rid of it without having to, you know, use a front loader to move things around or whatever. Just have one sitting out here now. Looks a lot better. Looks a lot cleaner. Let's back this guy up. Now, the next episode, I suspect we're not going to have a whole lot to do. If we look at the map, possibly this one and this one will be ready, like I said, possibly. But, I mean, I don't think this one will be. This one might be. But that one will probably do mostly worker stuff, right? The worker will mostly do that, I think. So my goal then at that point is, well, we need to mow the grass up there. But I really want to start expanding out that way even more. We did so with the sugar beets, which I'm kind of excited about. But, but I want to put in another crop field over there. And I want to buy another plot of land, too, while we're at it. Another one of the areas over there that's flat. So that's kind of where we're wanting to go there. As far as the pancakes go, we should now actually have some pancakes. We talked about that in the last episode. We got some more stuff over there for it. But we should have pancakes growing. We should have pancakes being made. Yeah, we have 742 liters of pancakes right now. So by the time the next episode comes out, because the next episode should be in November, we should have a few pallets of pancakes, which is awesome. It's really good. All right, so we're going to unload this. Just put it there. We keep putting everything right in the middle of our way, but that's where it's going. We got to get the herbicide in. So that's the next thing we got to do. Bunches and bunches of herbicide. Slow down there, Case. Come on, brother. Alright, so first things first, we're going to do this field here in the middle. This big field. Then we'll head up there and do that one. Now, I could do this one in the next episode, but I'm just going to do it now. Takes us no time with this case now. This thing's amazing. I'm so ecstatic that we bought this. I'm so happy about it. It's so awesome. It speeds things up so much if we have to, when we ever have to fertilize the second time and we hit the herbicide. This thing is just a beast, man. We're going 16, nice long width here. I mean, this field's done in a matter of seconds. It takes no time at all. It's awesome. So we'll get this done. A little mini time-lapse here probably, because I think we're going to get this done before that worker even comes close to finishing that field up there. So we'll get this done quick, and then we'll be back with you. All right, so I've got both workers now working these two fields. I think it is going to benefit us pretty well. We can get them both done in a quicker pace here, and maybe that's the answer, right? Maybe it's not having that big massive drill that's taking a long time. Maybe it's just getting 3 or 4 workers all in the same field at the same time, starting in different areas with the same kind of case or John Deere drills, and just getting it done that way. Maybe that's the answer. I don't know. But regardless, we've at least got kind of a little bit of a plan here with having both of them work in the field at the same time. It's going to work because that one has moved on to the bigger field, and this one can finish up this field. Now, we are going to catch up, pretty damn quickly, and by pretty damn quickly, I mean we're going to be done with the herbicide that we can do almost immediately here. They might be done with a pass and a half by the time we're probably caught up to them. So we have that bit of an issue there, but you know, it is what it is. We just gotta do what we can do. Given the circumstances, this is the best we can do. So when we're done, well, at least when we catch up to them with the herbicide and we can't do any more for a little while, we're going to flip over and start moving the wool around and things like that, where they need to be. We're going to get that portion done. And then we may potentially add something to the farm. Just depends. It depends. I mean, this episode's getting relatively long already. It may not feel like it. Well, I'm saying this in my perspective. To me, it may not feel like it, but I can tell by the time of when I started the actual episode versus what time it is now that it's getting up there. We're getting up there in time. So, trying to keep these a little bit shorter, as I mentioned in the last episode, and that's, you know, on purpose, just for me and my sanity, because we're doing so many right now, and a lot of them are taking a long time to do. So, not a complaint that's not that kind of a complaint. It's a complaint more of I'm just running out of time more than it is I'm not enjoying it. I'm running out of time to do all the things we want to do on every episode. So by keeping them slightly shorter, it allows me to have the ability to do other things within the episodes. Hopefully that makes sense. I think it does. I think I've talked about this enough. I don't need to talk about it again. Let's move on, Z. Move on. All right. So I would say that these fields, with the exception of one more pass over here, are about as much as I can do at current without having to go over stuff again. So I think for now, when we get up here to the end, we're going to call this good enough for now, and I'll come back and finish it here in a little bit when the workers are all done. So I'm not even going to fold it up. I'm just going to stick it over here, kind of out of the way. And we are going to jump into... We really want the other one, this one. And we can start moving some of our stuff around now. And I actually think I'm going to do one other thing here that I have yet to do. I haven't done it yet. We need to get some more wood going for the honey. We're out of that. How's this one doing? Still tons of wood in there, so that's that ain't going nowhere. We're going to turn these on to selling. We're not going to store them anymore. We're just going to sell them directly. I've mentioned it before. I'll mention it again. There's only going to be a few things we're going to keep off the auto selling at this point. We have enough money. We're not hurting for money at all. Most of the stuff we're going to be buying now is easily within reach, just because, you know, we're at that 200 horsepower limit, right? So most of the stuff we're going to get is going to be around 150 to 200,000 at the most. Most of the money we're going to be spending now at this point is more on productions, really, and plots of land. So it's not really a risk right now of running out of money, I don't think. So that's why we have that turned on now. There are some other ones that we have to deal with, like these. We've got to sell those because they already had spawned. But a lot of this we do not have to worry about anymore. So, and we have got a ton of wool over here. How are they doing on grass? They still have enough food. They have enough food. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to stick 2 more of these in to the fabric creation, but it is getting a little bit overwhelmed. It's got a lot of wool in there, and it's not processing through it fast enough. So we're not going to probably put any more in there. I'm going to put the rest of the wool actually in the grandma's house area. Did I go past it? I must have. I had to have. There we go. I mean, it's halfway through, and it takes a long time for it to process through. So I think we'll put 2 more in. I said those were going to be the only 2, but let's put 2 more in, and then the rest of this is going to go to Grandma's house directly. And she can make close for us. It's a slightly less than you would if you do the fabric route. Now, I could put down maybe another fabric production. That's an option to consider in the future. But I don't want to do the same thing over and over again. I've talked about that many, many times. And I will continue to talk about that. I don't want to do the same thing over and over again. All right, so one worker says he's done. Which worker is that thinks he's done? I would agree. You are done. So we can take this back. Actually, we might as well touch this up here, what the worker's doing over here, because they're not going to hit this portion. And this is going to be a faster touch-up than, you know, using the big machine. So yeah, we're gonna test it on the flat land and see if it's the same. I suspect it's going to be, and then we'll probably end up getting rid of it based off of what I just said, because I don't see any way that it's not the same situation, and it's 4 mile per hour speed. I would much rather just have 4 or 5 tractors. I should say I would rather have an extra 2 or 3 tractors to be able to utilize 4 or 5 of these case drills all at the same time in the same field than I think have that one, because, you know, we're paying the workers by the minute, by the hour, all that good stuff, right? And so the longer it takes them to do it, the more money they're getting paid, and a slow drill is only causing that to go up. While it may be a bigger width, I think it is probably taking the same amount of time or longer as utilizing this case, right? At least that's kind of where my head's at. So let's take this back here. I'll get the rest of the wool over to Grandma's house. I don't need to show you that. You've seen that plenty of times. I'll get the rest of the wool over there. When all of that's done, this worker should easily be done doing the rest of the drilling. And then we can get the rest of the herbicide down on the field. And then we'll potentially look at seeing if we're going to put down that production today. Or that, well, it's not, it might be a production. I don't know. I've got a couple of ideas on my mind, I guess is what I'm trying to get at. It may be a production. It may just be a placeable. I don't know yet. We'll see. We'll see where the time is on the actual episode and where my mind goes with the next step for this series. All right, all that is done. I've got the drill over there folding up. Gonna finish doing this. Shouldn't take us any time at all to do this. A few seconds and we'll be done here. We're going to make so much money when we sell those clothes. Oh my gosh, we're going to have so many clothes to sell. It's probably going to be 300 grand we're going to make off the clothes, if not more. It'll probably be way more, actually. It's in October. It's going to be way more than that. I don't know what I'm thinking. It's going to be probably close to $500,000. Got to be. Because we already have 7 pallets, I think, sitting out there. I think. And we've got all that wool and the fabric thing. I went ahead and turned on, instead of having to sit there and carry the fabric over and over again, I turned on distributing for that. I should have had distributed on that to begin with, but for whatever reason I didn't. I don't remember why I didn't. I think maybe we had another production placed down at that point that could accept fabric, and that was what I was concerned with, that it would go to the wrong thing. But anyway, I turned it on now, so we shouldn't have to carry it over anymore, which will save us time as well. Alright, just this little strip down here and we're done. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. Alright, field's done, gang. Both fields are done. Well, all 3 fields are done, I should say. It's fantastic. It's going to be a really, really good yield for us again. We're at 75%. Just needs to be rolled. I'm actually going to stop rolling in this series. I know, it's crazy. What? Why would you stop rolling? You love rolling, Z. Yeah, I know. It's crazy. We're gonna stop the rolling for now. Maybe eventually we come back and do it again. Especially if we're having, you know, a shorter of an episode, but we're going to ignore the rolling for a while. We're going to test it out. We're going to see if it really makes that big of a difference or not on the scale of this series, right? We're going to see. So it'll be a big test. This one in the middle will be a big test. Big test. So we'll find out how it does. Let me see. Let me think about which one we're going to do. If we're going to put the production down, if we're going to put placeable down. Let me think about it. All right, gang, our production is placed down. We've got a sugar mill down in preparation for when our sugar beets are ready to harvest. Now, I have done a little bit more work around here. You can see it. We've got asphalt down as well here. I think it looks pretty nice. It's got a nice little drive up to it up here. A little bit of an elevated ramp here. Natural elevated ramp, and then back down here. I think it looks pretty good. So that is going to be where we're going to be taking our sugar beets when they are ready to harvest, which our sugar beets are here. Also put down a little bit of asphalt all in this area here, as much as I could, as much as I was able to do as far as money goes with what we had, just to try to spruce it up a little bit more. We will continue to do that process, as I've mentioned, as we carry along. But hopefully, eventually, this building will go away. We're just kind of, you know, we're waiting for the wood to get rid of all the wood here. So that's kind of where we're at. So we're going to leave the episode there, gang. Hope you enjoyed it. Like, subscribe if you're new. It's free. Helps me out a ton. If you have any thoughts, questions, comments, or ideas, feel free to let me know down below. Happy to get back to you. Check my other channels out. Thanks so much again to our channel members. Make sure you let me know about the intro, the outro, if you guys enjoy it better, don't like it, whatever. I can always modify it and move it back to how it was. If you don't. I probably won't change the outro, though, with the members. The special members, thank you there. I really like the way that is set. So probably won't do anything there, but the intro can certainly change. But let me know your thoughts, and until next time, I'll catch you all in the next one. Thanks, gang.